guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today is the 11th of February 2026. And again, there is a lot going on in the crypto market today, that is for sure. We're going to go over, of course, coin market cap, Money Never Sleeps, my dividend investing book, earn curve. I'm going to show you something that I've been working on the last, 5 days. It's going to blow you away. So stay with me on that one. We're going to go over the XRP rich list, XRP ETF tracker, Goldman Sachs. Gosh, they've dropped a big one here today, a big bombshell of their crypto holdings, which is fascinating, and what they're actually allocating that capital to, and of course, all the news on X. Let's get into it, guys. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, social media pages, and of course, my Spotify. Thank you very much. You guys rock. I really appreciate it. If you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because you can see on the screen, I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along on this incredible journey. It's going to be ridiculous. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find ladies and gentlemen do that. So give it a thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. You guys absolutely rock, or I should say you rock. Also, a little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I never invest more than I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto, all right? So please be careful out there. Do your own research. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Formalities are out of the way. I do have my espresso. There we go. That's absolutely lovely. Now, coming over to the communities tab, let's have a look down here. The top altcoins in my portfolio today: Ecomi, Axie Infinity, Veracity, and Constellation DAG. I've held these for years, ladies and gentlemen. Please go and subscribe to the Spotify. I am putting the video content up on there, and you can also listen in an audio format if you're driving, or of course, having an espresso, I should say. So go and join and go and sign up to that. Oh, the link is there. So just go subscribe to it, guys. That would mean a lot. Literally, this is all we want. And this was a funny post I put up last night. Bitcoin to be 269,000 US dollars. Ethereum at 23,000 US dollars. Solana's at 4,500 US dollars. XRP's 160 US dollars. Dogecoin at $12. Wouldn't that just be beautiful? That's what we want. You can't sit here and watch this video and think, no, we don't. But anyway, moving on, coin market cap today. Let me just bring this up. We're sitting at $2.29 trillion. The volume is low at 97 billion. As you can see, the ETFs, they have been positive, which is interesting. If you go to the 6th of February, we've got also the 9th of February, and of course the 10th of February. There was $180 million in the ETF inflows. Most of that went into Bitcoin, which is fascinating. Really, really interesting. And of course, we have Ethereum at 13.8. So there is inflows going into the exchange traded funds. We are still at 27 out of 100 on the Bitcoin and altcoin season index, and the market is still at 9. That is extreme fear. I'm not worried about that at all. If you are worried, you have invested way too much. Okay, so make sure you never invest more than you can afford to lose. Bitcoin's back up to 66,000 US dollars, which is very, very bullish. Am I on my watch list? Let me just bring this. Yes, I am. I've got a watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Ethereum is at 1,942. XRP is $1.36. Solana, 80 US dollars. Dogecoin sitting at 9 cents. Cardano is at 25 cents. Chainlink is at $8.31. Stellar, 15 cents. Litecoin, $52. Hedera is at 8 cents. Sui is at 89 cents USD, which is very bullish. Polkadot, $1.23. I'm still holding Shiba Inu. We've got ICP at $2.30. Near Protocol at 95 cents. Quant is at $68. XDC is at 3 cents, which is insanely undervalued. Really, really cool project. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. Money Never Sleeps, my dividend investing book. Go read this. All right, go to the Wall Street Bull Official. The link is in the video description, and I'll pin it in the comments. Use the discount code BF50. Read this book because it will change the way you think about investing on Wall Street. Very different strategy. Many books on the market by far. This is focused on and only on dividend investing. All right, just making that clear. Now, Earn Curve, my spot crypto exchange, currently sitting at, about 810 or 11 users, which is amazing. Thank you very much. If you are, of course, new to Earn Curve, go join. The links are below. Please make sure you KYC, and of course they can include a government-issued ID, driver's license, passport, and a utility bill. That is, of course, to make sure that the exchange is compliant with the regulators here in Australia. And of course, once you do that, I will apply a 10% discount to your trading. All right. Now, you can also go join the mailing list. So I do like to send updates in what's happening in the market, and of course, touching base with everybody. Of course, the video on how to set up your APIs with OctoBot is here as well on the website, earncurveinvest.com. And of course, down here, you can email me if you need any assistance, but everything is in this video for you. It's got timestamps, stop it, pause it, do whatever you need to do. It's there to help you. Now, I've been working on something really, really revolutionary in crypto, which hasn't been done before. Basically, no exchanges offer this. I've tried them all, of course, before starting my own crypto exchange, OKX, Bybit, Binance, CoinSpot, there's all of them, literally all of them. I've tried KuCoin. They don't have this feature. So I'm trying my hardest to bring this to Earn Curve, and I'm going to explain to you what's actually happening. What's happened over the last 4 days is that I've implemented this strategy and this new update and software that I've literally built myself, no one else. And I am testing it on my own account, and it is working, which is simply amazing. And it's a vision that I've had for a very long time. Think of it like a dividend, but for crypto, right? There's always been a problem in the crypto space when you're trading, that your trading profit is mixed up in your capital. That for me has been very frustrating, because we're always analyzing the crypto trades based on the metrics you receive in the exchanges, right? Your percentages of profit. But what people, and what I believe and what I've experienced, is basically you can't differentiate your trading capital from what you've actually made. It all gets mixed up in the one, right? So what I've done is built an actual bot, which I'm working with the OctoBot team to see if they can actually get this live to everybody and all Earn Curve users, which will be incredible. There's a lot of back-end stuff that I've done. I've spent, close to 4 days doing this. I'm not kidding. So here is a brief rundown. User allocates capital. I'm calling this the harvesting bot. Okay. User allocates capital. Basically, you allocate to your trading. I've just put something on my headphones. There we go. We're back up. So again, user allocates capital, user deposits USDT, master trading account. Okay. So basically you deposit whatever amount you would like. Now, the bot runs a grid strategy. And again, places buy and sell orders across a price range using a good strategy. It trades a spot only, no leverage. Orders fill automatically as the price moves through the grid, okay, which again, it moves all the time. Sell order fills. Now, when a sell order completes, the bot calculates realized profit from the difference between the buy and sell price minus trading fees, of course. That just, of course, that's a must, because the exchange has to keep running. Now, this is the interesting one. The decision: has the profit reached the harvest threshold? Okay. Now, again, it can, of course, keep accumulating profit and trading, or trigger the harvest transfer. Now, this is what I've been working on behind the scenes and over the Christmas break. I've been doing my head in about this, but this is going to change the game, and it is working. So I'm going to show you guys in a second. The profit is harvested to a sub account within my exchange, meaning the trading capital stays protected. Your original USDT stays in the master account and keeps trading. Profits are never re-exposed to the market risk. And basically the bot continues running and the cycle repeats, okay? User controls their profits. Harvested profits sit in sub account. Users can withdraw anytime. You can do what you like with it. And of course, or you can reinvest back into the trading or just let them stack basically and compound. That's what I've been working on. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, that is absolute BS. It can't be done. Well, I'm going to show you, okay, because I've done it. I'm running one at the moment on a virtual server on my own exchange, doing a lot of back-end coding. It's mind-blowing how much coding there is involved with this. This is actually running on my own bot that I built, the harvesting bot, okay? As you can see right here, the bot has triggered a lot of sells because, again, it is bought at these levels. And, of course, when it hits these prices again, it will sell. It's as simple as that. Now, the really cool thing about this is if I come over, of course, to just to show you guys my, I just want to say my sub account that I've set up on my exchange. I'm going to switch the account. I'm going to show you something really cool. Now, as you can see right here in my wallet balance, the USDT, here we go. It is harvesting the profits for me and keeping them completely separate from my trading, which means this is going to compound in USDT. How cool is that, guys? I'm so excited about this because my bots have been triggering. Again, today is the 11th and it's deposited from the trading on the main account into my sub account. It's deposited 1, 2, 3, 4. That is from the XRP grid, I should say. So I have an XRP harvest bot set up. And again, that has been triggering those 4 or 5 deposits into my sub account from the trading alone. So again, what I did was, interestingly, and I know this is taking a long time, but I set one up, and of course, Bitcoin. Let me just get rid of this. So as you can see, I've got one running on Bitcoin. I've also got one running on Solana. As you can see right here, that is trading for me. And I've also got one running on Dogecoin as well because it is a very volatile coin. So there you go. So that is running at the moment. Now, again, I'm going to test this for about a week or so and see how it goes. My calculations and what I've basically done, there is, of course, a conservative approach to this. There's a moderate and, of course, an absolute parabolic scenario. But from my analysis, and based on what's happened already with the transfers and the profits being made and my original capital still trading for me, it's looking very, very good for percentage returns, between 15 to 30%, which is amazing. I'm really excited about this. Something I've always wanted to do with my own trading. And of course, in partnership with OctoBot, I'm really looking forward to bringing this, guys, to you. So stay tuned. We'll see how we go. If we can get it up and live on OctoBot. There's a lot of testing, but stay tuned for that, all right? Now, moving on. I had to share that because it's a massive update and it's something I'm really bullish on and I'm really excited to bring you guys. Now, XRP rich list. I love doing this. Currently, you'd need to be holding 2,229 XRP to be in the top 10%, 7,700 to be 5%, 10,000 4%, 14,000, that's getting expensive now, 3%, 22,000, that's 2%, 46,000 XRP are in the top 1%. We have 83,000 at 0.5, 165,000 XRP are in the 0.2, 200, close to 292, I'd say, you're in 0.1, and if you're holding 3.8 million XRP, you're in the 0.01, right? Very, very interesting statistics. Coming over to XRP Insights, market open yesterday, 14.86 million in ETF volume, which is nice. And you can see Canary has increased from yesterday, 190 million XRP. We've got 181 million XRP for Bitwise, and Franklin Templeton sitting at 160 million. Very, very interesting. We're still not that far off from all the other ETFs getting approved. It just needs to get over this hurdle in the United States. Now, Goldman Sachs just disclosed a massive holding in crypto. Absolutely enormous. So the filing shows that $1.1 billion in Bitcoin, $1 billion in Ethereum, $153 million in XRP, and $108 million in Solana, representing a 0.33 or 33% allocation of its reported investment portfolio. That is wild. And of course, you've got CZ from Binance saying this, he's tweeted this out. Goldman Sachs Q4 2025 reports 13F filing reveals $2.36 billion in crypto assets, marking a 15% quarter-over-quarter increase despite market volatility. They are buying the dip. crypto is probably the only place you had an earlier start than the banks. But if you sold your crypto last quarter while the banks bought, of course, you've lost. I've been saying this for 5.5 years on my YouTube channel. Go back and look for it. It's wild. And the disclosure places Goldman Sachs are among the most exposed US major banks to crypto-linked assets, albeit small at a small percentage of total holdings. A closer look at the filing shows Goldman Sachs' XRP exposure comes significantly through XRP exchange-traded funds, with holdings valued again $152, $153 million. It's absolutely wild. They've increased it. The US spot XRP ETFs currently hold $1.04 billion in total assets. XRP ETFs have been trading now for 56 days and have only recorded 4 days of outflows. Goldman Sachs is one of the world's most influential investment banks, advising governments and corporations on mergers, capital markets, and restructuring. As of early 2026, the investment bank oversees roughly $3.6 trillion in assets under supervision for institutional and private clients, which is bullish, and operates the large trading, asset management, and wealth management for businesses. As market bellwether, its portfolio disclosures often signal broader institutional sentiment. That is bullish. And we've just gone over, they have adjusted their portfolio and conducted a broad de-risking of its crypto positions in the fourth quarter. Bitcoin ETF holdings dropped by 39.4% to 21 million shares. Ethereum ETFs holdings fell by 27%, 40.7 million shares. At the same time, the bank built its positions, listen to this, in XRP and Solana for the first time, totaling $261 million USD across 10 different ETF products. This is according to their 13F filing that Goldman submitted to the SEC on February 10th, which was only yesterday. Wild. Their total crypto exposure is now $2.36 billion. Absolutely wild. They're going big on XRP. Anyway, moving on to X. Thank you to those 9,116 people. You guys rock. Here is the multi-bots video as well for everyone. Now, trending Bitcoin right here. Let me just bring this up. 2020, the gold market top. The 2020 money flowing into Bitcoin. I do believe that money will flow from the gold and precious metal markets into crypto. I don't doubt that. This happened 6 years ago when we saw market top out, the gold top out. Now, have a listen to this, guys. This is an interesting one. Former PayPal president just urged the US government to sell gold reserves and buy Bitcoin.
Assets? Should the US actually spend taxpayer money to buy assets?
No, I don't think it should spend taxpayer money to buy assets. I think rotating off other assets into Bitcoin in a very cautious way and slowly, I think potentially makes sense. But
meaning like gold, like selling gold to buy Bitcoin.
I mean, Bitcoin is so much better than gold. Come on, it's a no-brainer. But
should the U.S. government?
Interesting. I think so. I definitely think so. Not going to get too much into that. The White House talks on stablecoin yield ended with no deal between banks and crypto firms. I don't know why the banks are pushing so hard. Attendees said banks pushed prohibition principles on yield that even stricter than the current bill. Come on, guys. You've had it good enough for 100 years. That's just insane. And again, you can see here, thank you, Bank XRP, for this as well. But you can see their holdings, how many shares. I mean, this is wild. Look at this. Absolutely huge amount of shares. Absolutely wild. They've gone big into Grayscale, Bitwise, Franklin, and 21 shares. So the more ETFs come in, the more XRP is going to be purchased. Supply and demand. US dollar testing 15-year support. It's now or never. This is interesting right here. Again, this analysis, if it drops below this, again, it's bullish for us, because in Australia, because it allows us to buy more with our dollars. This is an interesting one. As you can see here, the chart. Thank you, Documenting Sailor, for this. Buy the fear. 2012 crash, Bitcoin was $7. Mt. Gox, it was $421. 17 to 18 crash, which is when I essentially got into cryptocurrency in 2016. Bitcoin was $3,000. COVID crash, $3,800. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, destroyed the crypto market. That was wild. That is when I bought Solana, with everything happening with FTX and, of course, UST stablecoin. $15,000. Now look at the 2026 crash. Bitcoin is still trading above. It's crazy. Buy the fear, not financial advice. Have a listen to Charles Hoskinson as well.
And tens of billions of dollars have been spent, and armies of scientists and engineers at scale have figured out a way to make this stuff run better, and Bitcoin can't keep just pretending like that didn't happen. So upgrading to post-quantum is an opportunity for them to acknowledge that and actually innovate at the same time. So it could be very good for the ecosystem. It's no offense to Bitcoin.
It's 2009 technology, tens of billions of dollars, and armies of scientists, and figured out how to make it run better. Bitcoin can't keep pretending that didn't happen. True story. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, quickly. Yes, the big four banks are making significant profits while the rest of Australians struggle. It's true. The RBA literally wants to make, monetary policy protect balance sheets of these massive corporations instead of protecting hardworking Australians. Something's wrong. Something's off. It's crazy. $5.4 billion profit from CBA Bank. Wow. Anyway, that's ridiculous. Yes, this is an interesting chart. I'm not going to play this, but 2026 is meant to be a very, very bullish year based on this particular chart. It's been floating around for years and taking profits in 2026. So it'll be very, very interesting about that. But that is it for today, guys. I'm really excited to bring you this new update with EarnCurve and the bots because it's working for me, and I'm going to let mine run and see how we go. And if it is working to the point where it's just ridiculous, well, I'm working very hard with the OctoBot team to get this live. So go join EarnCurve, sign up, register KYC, get going on this. Thank you so much, guys. I'll speak to everyone tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.